Hi guys, welcome to week 12 and 13. It's been a busy last month. Sorry for taking so long to get this video up, but I am 13 weeks now, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm super excited to be out of my first trimester and into my second. My baby is 3 inches long and almost an ounce in weight, and is now the size of a peach, which is really exciting. We were able to do an abdominal ultrasound this week and kind of see exactly where my baby was. It's grown so much from 9 weeks to 12 and a half weeks when I got the ultrasound. It's just phenomenal. It was so cool to see. Its arms and legs were moving all over the place. It was really cute. But we did the ultrasound for it had to have been half an hour to 45 minutes, and all they needed to do was measure the baby's neck for disabilities or Down syndrome and a few other different things, and we couldn't get the baby to turn towards us, and so she would bounce on my belly and be like, come on, move around, and I would roll over, and I mean, we did everything we could to try to get it to turn, and we got it to move around in circles, but we couldn't get it to face us. It was either facing away from us or exactly at us, and we needed it at its side. So we finally got one after forever, and it's not the best picture, but it was finally on its side, and it was really fun to see. The doctor is sending me to a specialist because Marfan syndrome runs in my family, and that's just a heart disease that can cause complications, I think, in childbirth, so they're just going to do some genetic testing and make sure that I'm not at risk for that. And then also, when we went into this ultrasound, we had a hard time seeing the baby at first, and because the placenta was so big, and that's because there's a hemorrhage attached to the placenta, and that hemorrhage is the same mass that was in my previous ultrasounds that they were kind of wondering about. At my last ultrasound before this one, they thought it was going away, and so they weren't really worried about it. This one, they saw that it had grown and that it's bigger, and so they're also going to have the specialist take a look at that and make sure that it's, I guess, not going to cause any problems. Online, I read that hemorrhage is usually, you're just at a higher risk for miscarriage. It can cause miscarriage sometimes. It can stunt the baby's growth, I think, because if it takes up too much room, the baby can't grow right, and then also can cause preterm labor. So I'm hoping it'll just go away on its own. But right now, I saw my baby. It's healthy, it's strong. It's at 168 beats per minute was its heart rate, and it was moving, and it looked great. So I'm not really worried about my baby right now. The hemorrhage is a little bit worrisome, but it's all in the Lord's hands, and if we have this baby or not, I think it was meant to be before we even got pregnant, so nothing we can do. As for symptoms, most of my symptoms have subsided. I'd say I'm not nearly as tired as I was before, and it's really nice to not be quite as tired. I am starting to have a hard time breathing, which is not really surprising because I've always had a hard time breathing under, if I get anxiety, I have a hard time breathing. I have asthma when I work out. Anytime I've gone into surgery, my breathing was never high enough for them to be happy. They always had me on oxygen and stuff. When I was in the hospital, they're like, you need to breathe more, and I would try, but I just have a hard time breathing sometimes. And so when I got too bloated or my belly is too full, I just can't breathe. And so that is a little bit hard because I'm only 13 weeks, and I know later on it's going to be a lot harder, so I'm a little bit worried about that. Not too worried, but I don't think I'll be running when I'm 30 weeks pregnant. I think I'll just be trying to breathe. But that and my bloating, it kind of comes and goes. Most of the time I'm bloated and I look huge. Every now and then it'll go down, but it never goes down for a full day. It'll go down for a few hours. Always in the morning. It's only in the morning that it's actually down, and then once I eat or something, my belly just pops out, and then as the day goes on, I feel like it's just so big and just pushes out. I don't know that I'm necessarily showing. I know when I'm bloating, it's definitely bloat and baby. My belly can get flat, but it's once every 2 weeks, and so I know that it's not like permanently showing, but I think the bloating is worse because the baby's in the way. So it makes it pop out even more than it would normally. Some exciting things this week: I got off my progesterone. I'm completely done with that now. You only need to take it until the baby's placenta takes over, like nourishing and feeding it. I don't know what the placenta does, but until the placenta takes over, and at this point the placenta has taken over, and so I am off my progesterone. I don't have to worry about that anymore, so obviously that's helping because I'm not getting sleepy from my progesterone, and I don't have to get up in the middle of the night and take it. I just have to remember to take my prenatals now. That's exciting, kind of nice. Aaron and I have been talking this week about whether we wanted to find out if it's a boy or girl, and we're thinking at this point we don't. I think we're going to do a surprise birth, so we're kind of excited about that. We're doing everything in the nursery gender neutral because I don't want to buy new things for a new baby just because it's a boy or girl. I want to stick with like have the same stuff, be more economical. So I think at this point we're not going to find out what we're going to have. We're just going to do a surprise, and we're excited about that. We are going to do some like gender prediction tests because I've always wanted to, but we won't find out what the baby is with the ultrasound or anything. We'll wait till it's birth. So I did order IntelliGender, which is a test I've heard a lot about and I've always planned on doing. And then I also plan on doing the red cabbage test and the baking soda test and just a few other gender predictions, kind of see what it says. I kind of don't expect them to all be the same, you know, because there's faults and everything, but I still think it would be fun to do. I'll probably do that around 16 or 20 weeks. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet. I'll probably do it around 20 weeks for fun. I don't know. There's really no pressure since we're not finding out anytime soon, so we can do it whenever we want. But that is my 12 and 13 week update. Let me just show you a quick little picture of my baby. See if I can show you here. That's my baby right there. It's kind of blurry. Oh. And then right above the baby's head right here, that's the hemorrhage. So I don't know if placentas are usually in the picture, but that's the hemorrhage that they're a little bit worried about. It has like a blood clot in it or something, and they can tell it has bleeding, but I'm not spotting anymore, so that is a good thing. And then that's my cute little baby. That's just half of its body. Its legs aren't in there, but super cute. We're really excited about our little baby and our healthy baby. Let's just go on. I'm going to go ahead and show you my belly shot. This is my 13-week belly shot. I am bloated right now, but I am also, you can kind of see that I'm definitely starting to show here. This is exactly where my baby was when you did the ultrasound. It was just right here. So that is where my baby's at right now, and it's 3 inches big, so about that big inside of me, which is really exciting. I just feel like it's so big. Everyone else thinks it's so small, but I think it's big. But that is my little belly shot there from the side, and then from the front, and from the other side. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.